Have you ever noticed something strange about giant ships? Almost all of them are painted red below the waterline. Cargo ships, cruise ships, military ships, even massive oil tankers. But why red? Is it just for style? Or is there a hidden reason beneath the ocean? Today, we're going to discover why ships are painted red underwater and how this simple color helps save billions of dollars around the world. At first, it seems unnecessary. After all, nobody even sees the bottom of a ship most of the time. So, why spend money painting it red? The answer is much more important than most people realize. The ocean is full of tiny living organisms, barnacles, algae, mussels, and sea bacteria. These creatures attach themselves to ships underwater. At first, this may not sound like a big problem, but over time, thousands, sometimes millions, of organisms can cover the bottom of a ship. And that creates a serious issue. The ship becomes heavier and slower. More importantly, the rough surface increases drag in the water, meaning the ship must use much more fuel to move. Even a small amount of buildup can cost shipping companies millions of dollars in extra fuel every year. But before modern science understood all this, sailors already noticed the problem hundreds of years ago. In ancient times, wooden ships constantly suffered from marine growth. Sea organisms damaged wood, slowed ships down, and reduced control in dangerous waters. Navies and traders needed a solution. So people started experimenting with different materials and coatings. Then they discovered something surprising. Copper helps stop marine organisms from attaching to ships. And copper naturally creates a reddish color. In the 1700s, the British Royal Navy began attaching copper plates to the bottoms of ships. This protected ships from sea life and helped them travel faster across oceans. The results were incredible. Ships became quicker, cleaner, and more efficient. Eventually, instead of using expensive copper plates everywhere, companies began creating special anti-fouling paints containing copper compounds. These paints were often red or reddish-brown because of the copper inside them. And that tradition continues even today. But here's where the science becomes fascinating. The real enemy is something called biofouling. Biofouling happens when living organisms stick to underwater surfaces. The moment a ship enters the ocean, microscopic organisms immediately begin attaching themselves to the hull. Then algae grows. Then barnacles attach. Then entire ecosystems begin forming on the ship. And barnacles are extremely strong. Some can attach so tightly that removing them requires powerful tools. Scientists discovered that heavy biofouling can increase fuel consumption by up to 40%. Think about that. A dirty ship may need almost half more fuel just because of tiny sea creatures. Now imagine giant cargo ships traveling across entire oceans every day. That extra fuel becomes incredibly expensive. And there's another hidden danger. When ships carry organisms from one ocean to another, invasive species can spread into new environments and damage ecosystems. So keeping ship hulls clean also helps protect marine life around the world. Modern anti-fouling paints are much more advanced today. Some use special chemicals, some create ultra-smooth surfaces, and others are designed to slowly release substances that prevent organisms from attaching. But many ships still keep the classic red color because people now associate it with marine protection. And honestly, it became part of ship culture itself. But here's the craziest part. That red paint can save enormous amounts of fuel. A smooth ship moves through water much easier than a rough one. Water resistance is incredibly powerful. Even small roughness underwater creates major drag at large scales. That means keeping ships clean can reduce pollution, lower fuel costs, and improve global shipping efficiency. One simple layer of paint affects worldwide trade. Now compare a clean ship to a heavily fouled one. One moves smoothly across the ocean. The other struggles through water while carrying thousands of unwanted sea organisms underneath. The difference can cost companies millions. And remember, almost nobody sees the bottom of a ship. Yet it is one of the most important parts of the entire vessel. So, the next time you see a giant ship with a red bottom, remember, that color is not decoration. It represents centuries of engineering, science, history, and survival at sea. A simple red coating helps ships move faster, save fuel, protect oceans, and travel across the world more efficiently. Now you'll never see ships the same way again.